Hello, survivors, and welcome back to another episode of Will You Survive the Podcast. This is part 2 of our Sinners episode. If you have not seen part 1, go listen to that now. It's a pretty good one. And yeah, let's get right into the episode, baby.
But were they?
Oh, yeah.
Because I think it was just a bluff. I think it did exactly what he was hoping it would do.
Yeah.
It would make her freak out and let them in.
I feel like it was a half
That
bluff.
was
Like, I don't doubt it
ridiculous.
that he would go into town and get more and then come back.
I mean, they would have done it, and then how vicious would that have been to make her daughter come back and have her see her like that?
Yeah. I mean, she already got her fucking husband taken, so.
Yeah, but they were all right there. So I don't know. I didn't
And
get the impression that
they
he was
literally
actually
would
going
have
to.
been fine if they just didn't invite them in.
Yeah, well, I think the whole point, like, my whole thought was, like, there was a much better way to handle this. You have a very unique advantage here in that they can't come in
Right.
without you letting them in. And I think it was really great that the vampire was playing such psychological warfare on them to try and get them to let him in. Because at first, I was thinking, like, well, they said no, now what? Now what do you do? But then he kept amping it up and doing more things. I'm like, oh, that's kind of where I got like the demon
I also
vibe.
need a spin-off for
And
the
I'm like,
Native
yeah,
Americans.
manipulative as hell. Like I completely understand that. So I just think that was a really nice touch because I think that is kind of more of the essence of what a vampire is, like a manipulator.
Dude, Native American vampire hunters would be a dope-ass fucking movie.
They did Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Don't
Great movie.
fucking bring that shit up.
Incredible movie.
How dare you?
You didn't like that
How
one, TJ?
dare you bring this up in a house of worship?
I love
How do you
that
not
movie.
like that movie?
I actually have not seen it since it came out, so I don't know. I don't even remember shit about it.
I wasn't actually kidding. I actually do like that movie. I don't think it's like
It's
an
fun.
incredible, amazing movie.
It's
but
fun.
It's really
It's
fun.
campy. It's like
Is it even campy?
it's over exaggerated.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you?
So
I don't think Abe Lincoln was actually a vampire hunter.
no, but everything that they did was all over exaggerated. It was the vampire tropes were over exaggerated. It wasn't as authentic as this movie. Even though this movie really did sidestep the horror genre by being so funny all the time, and of course having characters who didn't seem to really be afraid at any point of their enemies. Like they were ready to charge in. Anytime your protagonist is unafraid, you're going to be unafraid.
Yeah, did you see how quick
Right.
he blasted fucking Cornbread's face off? Dude,
Oh,
with the
yeah.
quickness. Also, Cornbread with his...
Yep.
I don't know. I think it's a kind of unique situation when like a character, when your main protagonist is super confident and kind of a badass. It's just like the way I think about it is like the heart of the fall, right?
Mhm.
So that's kind of my thought. Is like when they're showing that side of him, like, well, you're showing me this for a reason. You're gonna contrast this with something. Obviously, something's gonna happen. And so in the end, most of the time in movies, you're like, oh my God, is the main character going to die? And then you're like, well, of course the main character's not going to die. They're
Well,
the main
technically,
character.
both the main characters are
But-
dead.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, they really do an interesting way of doing that.
They would have been cooked if Annie wasn't there.
Yeah, okay. That was something I wanted to bring up. I love that they knew what a vampire was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They stayed clear of the zombie trope of like, these they're like dead walking Zeeks. I'm like, what, zombie?
No, like in
you've never
we
seen a
just
zombie?
watched Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the
Don't
Dead.
say that. The Z word.
We're not saying that word.
Don't say the Z word.
Yeah, like that. It's crazy to me that like World War Z is, I think, one of
There's a
few
couple
that
cranks
does
outside.
mention it in the movie when they're like one memo floated the word zombie, and that's all they really mention of it in.
And then the soldier yelled at him. It wasn't a memo. So much for paying attention. It was an email.
Careful, there are a bunch of bonks outside, dude.
Yeah,
So one of the aspects of these vampires is because didn't Annie think it was something else?
So
first?
Annie thought that it was a haint.
yeah, Hanks.
A haint
Haint.
is like kind of like from what I understand, it's like a spirit, but like evil. It's kind of made from people's like bad thoughts, I think.
Was she? They kept calling her
Haint.
Was she from New Orleans?
Yeah. So in New Orleans, they
Okay.
paint their porches. Fun fact: they paint their porches a certain color to keep haints away.
So it's restless spirits trapped between the living world and the afterlife.
Yeah,
And they're restless, also known as a restless entity that lingers to haunt the living. That's their sole
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah,
And
I
they-
love that she clocked right away.
she's like, "You're
But
something."
As soon as I saw the guy Ramick fly towards Mary, I knew she was infected right away. I knew she didn't get
Mhm.
away. And then when she walked up, I clocked
Right away that she didn't just walk
how
in.
subtly she asked. Yeah, well, just how subtly she asked to be let in. And at first you're like, oh, you could totally see this being like kind of very
Polite.
yeah, very casual, and like you wouldn't really think anything of it. And then you saw who was it? Who was the bouncer? Cornbread. Where Cornbread was not.
No, he
as
wasn't slick with it. She was
subtle
slick. She
about
was
it.
like, "So you ain't gonna move your big ass so I can get in?" He was like, "Oh yeah, sure, get in."
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh yeah, go on in, go." But yeah, he wasn't so smooth. Yeah, all right, just let me in and let me
He's
help.
like, "Let me in so we can do what we need to do." And it's just like, what do we
Yeah,
need
I'm
to
like,
do?
Why do I gotta let you in?
Yeah,
You're
you've
the
been coming in
bouncer.
here all damn night. Why do you need let in now?
I clocked immediately. I heard it with Mary right away. I was like, and that's when, like I said, I knew it was about vampires. I just didn't know who was vampires yet. I at this point I knew Ramick and those three were, but
Pick poor Robin clean.
right away I clocked the whole
Pick
let in
poor
thing.
Robin clean.
So there's another point. See the song. That song had such different meaning when they were asking to come in and after. Holy moly. I mean, I knew that they were vampires and it was creepy, but the way that they were singing, you have to admit there was something different from before and after.
Dude.
That was such a
And the fucking
vicious
I
song.
like
them dancing,
Ramick
dude.
songs. I'm not gonna lie.
Them dancing was is wild. I feel like that would freak me the fuck out. They're over here having an Irish
So-
jig outside.
I'm not gonna lie. It was
It
banger.
was.
So the other thing was how I'm gonna say, God, this is so subjective. It's hard to say this right. How accurate that these corrupted souls would repeat the
Yes.
sinner's prayer
Yes.
as he's saying the prayer, and they all just start saying it.
Yeah. Which I again, that mental manipulation is like so demonic to mock the God's word right back to you. And I knew I wanted to talk to you about this, but I kind of figured like Satan even spoke or cited the Bible.
He quoted scripture to
He
Jesus.
quoted scripture, so it's not like him saying it or the words being saying are going to burst him into flames and send him
Is
away.
it?
Another
It's not very compelling.
controversial opinion.
Is it Drake? Does the power of Christ compel me? It's not very compelling.
It's the you can't see that I'm smiling under here.
I love that movie.
I guess I'm always smiling. Something that is controversial to a lot of people who don't know is churches everywhere are full of demons.
Yeah.
That's where they're going to be hanging out.
Even in the Bible, they were.
In the synagogue.
Jesus had to cast
In the
out
temple.
people from the temple because they were fucking evil.
But that
And,
was
that-
so
that can
impressive.
be stopped.
Misusing-
If you just put $20 more in that collection plate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
okay,
Bentley up on
Catholics.
stage is for all of us. Can I drive it? No, God
No.
wouldn't want that. No,
God would
I
want-
just seen that video, dude saying that. I gotta send it
God
to you.
wouldn't
That's so
want-
funny.
That's so funny.
God wouldn't want this Bentley to corrupt your soul.
He has like chains and shit on.
But the way that they did that, it was so impressive. I really, it blew my mind at the total corruption, which once again, this in my head validates Maddie's perspective and her point. It's a corrupted soul. It's not a departed soul. It's not an empty husk. It has to be a corrupted soul. That makes so
And
much
that's
sense.
why you
But
listen to
still
your woman.
capable of some self-control, or because obviously if Stack is able to make that promise and control himself and stay away, then they do have some self-control.
Which I believe they do. I know that they went heavily on the hive mind, but see, after they accomplish their goal in this particular scenario, my bet is that they go off on their own. They don't don't stay together like that.
Well, so here's where I can maybe bolster your guys' side, and what I think is ultimately right. But I think what bolsters it is that you know how there's certain personalities in people that are just very powerful and very persuasive.
Yep.
And sometimes it could be just so much emotion that it kind of overwhelms you, and you start to kind of believe certain things that you might not otherwise believe.
Yep.
I wonder if it was kind of that, if they are all hive-minded, that maybe his will, his rationale, his thinking is so pervasive and persuasive that he's able to kind of convince all these people to act very violent and maliciously towards people that they love.
Yeah.
All in like this guise of, oh, it's for their own good.
I definitely think so. I think that could very well be one of the perspectives of it. Is I keep wanting to say carnality, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Not carnivorous. It's just such hatred. It's so
Vitriol.
vile, and it like defies all humanity.
Mm-hmm.
There's no humanity there. That's what I say. A zombie is a human without a soul. And a human without a soul is remorseless, without forgiveness, without compassion, without any restraint. I mean, you think of the 7 deadly sins in the Bible, right? Take somebody, any person, and have them exhibit pure animal tendencies, and you got a zombie feeding off of, and it doesn't even have to be literal eating, right? Just feeding off of others with no restraint and there's no filling this person. They're not capable. And we see it. You look around in the world, the worst people that have ever existed are those things. Mm-hmm. Even though they're not necessarily empty husks, they are more like this. They're more like corrupted souls than they are an empty husk. But if you look at every zombie movie with all of the tropes, that's what an empty husk would look like. This is different.
Ramek was after...
More intelligent.
You know, there's all the lack of humanity on his part. He's after, like, the humanity. He's after fucking Preacher Boy's voice, his ability to bring that humanity, because he misses his people.
Yeah, I mean, so when I first put on this movie, I told myself, I was like, okay, I have to do other things while I start this movie, but I'm gonna pay attention. Immediately, the woman started talking in the beginning, the narrator, 2 words in, I immediately zoned out. Like 50 seconds later, I'm like, fuck. So I had to rewind, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay attention now. And then I immediately got distracted, and I had to rewatch that opening like 7 times to finally hear what she said.
It's semi-important. They do really reiterate it when he's singing.
Yeah.
So something that you were saying right now, in just this past comment, got me thinking. The lore goes so deep that there were other types of vampires. For instance, there was a movie made in 2002 starring Aaliyah called Queen of the Damned that portrayed the queen Akasha, who made Lestat her king. Lestat was another well-known vampire for a long time. And she was so bloodthirsty that she even fed on other vampires. Now, they always make these movies like this where the vampires somehow made a truce with mankind. I don't know who, where, what, when, why, how. It doesn't really make sense when you think of who they are. Why would they make some truce?
Unless, like, maybe there's ulterior motives to it. But...
Well, then you go even into Van Helsing, right? In Van Helsing, the one with Hugh Jackman, he goes into Transylvania, Romania, and kills one of the brides of Dracula, and they were pissed, right? They were like, we've only ever killed what we needed to feed. And that's what even the villagers were pissed off at Van Helsing for killing a bride, because it was like, now they're going to come with vengeance. You know, they've only taken what they needed to eat to live, and which is kind of a weird way to say that, right? What they needed to subsist. And now they're going to come for revenge. And it was true. But that's like an interesting perspective all on its own in the vampire trope, that you don't know which one is which. I would think that, which one was the vampire? Stack. I would think that Stack was kind of in this realm. And to follow that lore, you would go through some of the movies like Underworld,
That's the one I kept thinking of.
which they were more free thinking than they were, but they all still had that same hive mind.
Blade 2.
They all had some kind of a hive mind where it was almost not even hive mind-ish. This was more hive mind, clearly. But in Blade and Underworld, they didn't necessarily feel each other's pain, except for when you got to Blade 3, they literally did. It was the one who turned them would actually, how did they do it? They injected Dracula, who they called Drake, with a virus, and the virus, because of his pure blood, was able to spread to all of the other vampires in his area. So they broke from the mold that if you kill the daddy of all of the vampires, they all die. It was pretty close, but not exact. And they even mention Bram Stoker's Dracula in that movie quite a lot.
I could rewatch those movies. I haven't seen those in a really long time.
It's funny that TJ picked this one because I just watched Blade 3, Van Helsing, Underworld, which is always great to watch.
I think The Strain has a very interesting take on vampires.
That's a TV show, right?
Yeah, and a book. It's more of a monster,
Right.
than emphasis on the creature.
Right.
We
What's another
we
one
also
like that?
haven't
30 Days
even
of Night.
mentioned fucking Remic's true form once he gets hit with the guitar with the
Oh,
long
yeah,
yeah.
fingers
his
and shit
nails.
and his fucking
Yeah.
rows of teeth that go back. I wonder
Uh-huh.
if he can like transform into like a man bat. I feel like that's where that's
Ooh,
heading.
That's an
I feel like he
interesting
could turn
point.
man bat.
That look that he had felt very vampire.
That was-
like that's what I.
That's
I don't
very, like,
imagine Dracula with, like, the
Nosferatu
two
type,
fangs.
like,
I imagine like
Hideous
I imagine
creature.
like monster.
Well, that's where the movie Van Helsing did a good job, because when Dracula transformed, he was a monster. He was like a giant man bat, which now I really want to go back and read those books, because all of the movies lead to the same ending where the werewolf was the ultimate weapon against Dracula, which was why he enslaved them all of the time.
Tale as old as time.
That's a weird one.
And we were talking about like
With the vampires and
Beauty
werewolves.
and the Beast. Which one's the beauty?
Remick.
Vampire.
Hey,
Interesting.
They're the charismatic
Remick
ones.
had some
And then
charisma.
Beast, werewolf.
Oh, he really did.
Yeah, that's kind of like a whole trope of the vampires, that they're super seducing and enticing.
No,
Yeah.
Remick was
Like in
Remick was
Twilight.
crazy, dude.
She ended up fucking that
He
one.
was crazy. How he stands there with that smile. That was
I'm not gonna lie, that first song that they played at the door, fuck, I'd let him in.
Big poor. Yeah, no, you
That was
seen
banging.
fucking Stack? He was like bobbing his head.
Yeah,
Right.
Smoke was wiser and was like, "No, get out of here," because he had it for other reasons. Where he was like, "What? They don't have a problem now, but let's say they do have a problem. Then these three white people have a problem in a black establishment.
somebody
no.
steps on their foot.
Yeah,
that
like,
was brilliant
He was like,
reasoning.
no, we're not gonna fucking risk that. There's no point to that." And when he
Dude.
said that, I'm like, "That makes
Dude,
perfect
Remick,
sense. Yeah, I
when
get it.
he was like, let us in, whatever. And they're like, yo, fuck you. And then he's like, well, how'd she get in? He was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And look, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that wasn't even manipulation. I felt like
No, he was just like, yo,
That
what the
was a good
fuck?
He was like, "What
point.
the
Is it-
fuck, dude?
it
Wait
was
a
a
minute."
good
He's like, is it
point.
just
He's
me
like, "Hang
then?
on, put the vampire shit aside. What the fuck?"
WTF, dog?
Which,
I think that was pretty funny. I also like how Annie stepped in and was like, "Oh, she's family."
yeah,
You don't have to ask
Mary's character, that's a actual thing. It's the one drop rule. As long as you got one drop of blackness in you, you're considered black.
True.
So that's
Oh,
why
dude,
he
don't
wanted
say
to.
that, 'cause 21 and Me is gonna make everybody black.
That's why Stack wanted to keep her away. He was like, I got you a nice white husband and some fucking land or whatever. Go back to
Yeah.
fucking Arkansas because
Yeah,
she's
so he's
in
like,
she's in
"Don't-
danger.
you're
Like
gonna
if
be
anybody
here."
knows that,
No, that's the ultimate white supremacist rule. Anybody you have any drop, one drop, you're black.
it's
Oh,
funny
man,
that's
so many
not
white supremacists
one
are gonna
drop.
be
You're
so mad
white.
if they get to 21 and Me.
People like Officer Tatum say, I'm biracial. My kids are biracial. Not him.
Yeah.
Not him. his kids are biracial, and they get mad at him. They're like, no,
No.
you're black. He goes, that comes from white supremacy.
Also, don't call me fucking biracial. Say mixed. I'm not fucking logic.
You're bi. You're bi.
Did I mention I'm
That's very
biracial?
funny. Wait, what if you? That'd be so funny if
Don't
we
worry.
just started calling biracial people bi.
I'm not going to call you biracial. I'm just going to call you bi from now on.
That'd be so funny. But yeah, Logic really does mention that in like every other.
And his
song.
dad's like
Well-
half. That motherfucker ain't biracial.
that's-
He's like,
He's like tri.
yeah, triracial.
Quarter racial.
Yeah.
That's the true meaning of mixed.
Bro's quasi-racial.
Quasi-racial.
That's a band name.
Quasimodo.
Write that down.
There you go.
We are
Quasi-racial.
quasi-racial. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Literally in one of his songs, Logic goes, "Did I mention I'm mixed like Obama?"
He's not.
So, okay, but
He's half of Obama.
hear me out. Hear me out. You and Eric and anybody else starts the band Quasi-racial, and the first song you come out playing has to be Du hast by Rammstein. That would be the
what
greatest
makes you
opening
think I would know what
ever.
that is?
Oh my god, you don't know Rammstein?
You just said the craziest mix of
Bro
syllables
just
I've
made
ever
up
heard.
words.
Yeah,
I can't believe you guys don't know that.
have you heard of Laham by Brockstein? And I'm like, what the fuck?
Du hast.
Du hast? That's not any better.
Dude.
Us
you
Eifen,
guys
is
are-
Eifen, us Eifen.
Jeez.
9.
Well, but that's what makes it so funny. They're a German band. To have you guys play quasi-racial play.
It's
No?
time.
Okay,
It
whatever.
is time.
Fuck off. It's time. You sleepyheads.
I just don't know the reference at
I'm
all.
trying to think of any more last minute things about this movie that I can think of.
I think it was overall a really, really good movie.
Sad
Definitely a
about
really great one from this
sad
year.
about Smoke's daughter dying, little baby, but he got to be with her in. He did die after he took off his, whatever mojo bag.
Clearly, he wanted to.
Yeah, so he definitely wanted to. He definitely did die.
Which clearly he believed in the power of the mojo bag.
What's his Preacher Boy? He's based off of a
Buddy.
musician.
But yeah, Buddy.
Yeah, the guy who played him is an actual dude.
Yeah, he's an actual musician.
Which is cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think it's Buddy Guy.
Which-
the-
Was he the old guy?
he was getting bitches with that scar. That was kind of
Oh,
that was a cool ass
dude.
scar, dude. Every dude wants that kind of scar.
That was a gnarly scar.
yeah, Buddy Guy.
Buddy
Shout
guy.
out Buddy Guy. Shout out Ryan Coogler for making this movie. It was great. Shout out Ludwig Göransson for
Damn.
doing the music for this movie. Shout out to Preacher Boy's
We
actor.
Loved it.
Can't remember his name. He's an actual artist. He did not
Buddy
know
Guy was
how to play guitar.
born in 1936.
Damn.
Nice. So I wanted to come in really hot, sounding like I hated this movie, but I didn't give it enough thought. So that's why I like.
Listen, I
Flopped on
like
my
talking
disdain.
about movies that we like. It's good.
This is a really.
I'm
good,
so glad I got to do this
vampire
movie.
movie.
I've been wanting to do it, and then I'm just like, no, we should do a different movie.
I'm a fan.
But we did
All right.
what's it called? 28
Oh,
years
shit.
later or whatever the fuck. So that was a new
Yep.
movie.
Should we be? Oh, I
Sorry.
wonder why that was so loud. I was like, I've never heard it that loud before.
No, a train decided to pass and is like,
It's like, what are you honking at? You're
Fuck
on a
off, dude.
track. There's
God
nothing in
damn.
front of you.
Yeah. What are you surprised?
The
What
homeless-
did somebody swerve in
homeless
front of
to
you?
Get off the tracks.
Just run the homeless people over.
The
That's
homeless. The homeless are climbing onto the tracks.
fine. No,
Move your tents.
they're on the train.
So the what is the other I think the closest thing to this I would probably say would be 30 Days of Night.
Mm-hmm.
Just pure viciousness, pure corrupted monsters. I think that's the closest thing.
Who was the old dude again? Was it Slim?
Yeah,
The old dude.
the alcoholic
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh.
They did him dirty.
Yeah.
Didn't he die being
Thank you
eaten
for the
by all of them?
heart,
Yeah.
Josh.
Like he jumped up there and he was like, "Come on!"
Yeah. And he cut his arm vertical. mind
Josh says there are roughly
he went-
67 different distinct types of vampires worldwide.
Nice.
That's crazy.
That's a crazy amount of vampires, and one of those is the I Am Legend vampires, the Dawn Walkers,
Oh yeah, that's a
whatever the fuck
vampire
they're called.
too.
Yeah, I would definitely call that a vampire.
That's closer to like the strain.
Oh, okay. Although, didn't we determine in that movie that the doctor was the monster?
Yeah.
He's out there kidnapping the population, bringing them to his lair, performing experiments on it. All they were doing was just living.
Which they were still smart, and they like
And killing everybody
yeah.
at night.
There was no anybody anymore. They were just
Yeah,
living
not
in the
anymore. Like you can't. They infected everybody, and then you can't be like, well, he's the bad guy for kidnapping them.
Humans infected everybody.
Yeah, because it was a cure.
Humans were the monsters in the first place. We turned everybody into this,
Well,
and then we wanted to kill them.
We turn them into monsters, and then they start turning us into monsters.
Yeah.
But I still think it's a stretch to be like, yeah, the human is the bad
In the
guy.
movie, you never really see them.
We turned them.
Like, because they're portrayed as like zombie-ish. You never see them rip anybody apart.
Mm-hmm.
People just
Nope.
get infected and are them. So that I think their
And
main goal is just reproduction of, which is very vampire. So
they were willing to sacrifice themselves for one of their own, which is
Wait, but vampires
almost a uniquely human trait.
don't vampires typically choose whether they're going to feed on someone versus turn them?
You bite them, they turn.
Yeah.
You suck them dry, they're dead.
Gotcha. I had a point to that, but I forgot what it was.
And it depends on like there's some deviants, as Josh said, 66 different types. So if you go back to the 80s and the movie The Lost Boys, it didn't even require him to get bit. He drank the one of the other vampires' blood.
That's funny because I think that's like
And
a
like
werewolf thing,
Twilight, they have like venom that looks like cum.
We don't care about.
I know,
that.
it's just
not a
so
real-
funny.
Yeah, if a vampire sparkles,
it
in the
looked
sun,
like metallic cum, and she was like dying, and he's trying to turn her into a vampire, so he's like biting her repeatedly, and then he just pulls out a fucking giant like turkey baster of a syringe and just stabs it into her chest, and he's like, "What the fuck is that?" "It's my venom," and he just like fuck.
it's my
Don't worry about it.
Venom. It's my venom. It's a vampire thing. You wouldn't understand.
Anyways,
Good pick, host. Good pick.
do you
Loved
think that Bella would freeze her tampons and he'd use them as popsicles, or?
I'm sorry.
it?
That's how we're wrapping up this episode.
We're gonna wrap up this episode.
Wow,
Alex, I
that
need
was
you to
crazy.
give them all the socials.
All right, everybody.
Tamponsicles?
Please go check out our socials at TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all by searching Will You Survive the Podcast. You can also find us on X at The Boys at WYS, at The Boys at WYS. And you can also send us your emails giving us your tips, your requests, your criticisms, critiques. Send those emails to theboys@willyousurvivethepodcast.com.
Pops.
That's THEBOYS at willyousurvivethepodcast.com. Also, make sure you go check out our website. It is up and running. You can go to willyousurvivethepodcast.com. Willyousurvivethepodcast.com. Right now, it's linking to our podcast page, so you'll get episodes, all of our episodes of the podcast. But we're building it, and pretty soon it will have our merch. It will have our socials. It'll have our tops, our most popular stuff. So we're building onto something here. And I think that's about all of it, guys.
Yeah, check out the merch. Yeah.
That's in the TikTok shop.
It's in the TikTok shop. Just search up WIS merch or Will You Survive? It'll pop up for you.
Get yourself a hoodie.
Get yourself
I'm
a
big
hoodie.
fan.
We got maroon ones.
Oh, actually, thank you for pointing that out. You will find us if you search Will You Survive the Podcast, because that is our @ But our name is now just Will You Survive on TikTok. That's our shop name.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me what you guys want to do for the next movie, and I shall pick who I want.
I think I'm gonna win.
Okay. Alex?
You think you're going to win?
I think I'm gonna win. It's real hit or miss. But I think
No.
I think I'm
You're already... No, Alex?
The
Well,
fuck?
no.
What is
What
this?
movie do you think you want to do for the next episode?
So he doesn't even have to say what movie he's gonna do.
He just says he thinks he's gonna win. So just tell me what you.
I'm
Just Alex, get it out.
that
Alex,
was not my
Alex,
answer.
get it out.
I'm gonna say what I was gonna do anyways.
I was gonna stick with the vampire tropes and take us into 30 Days of Night.
Okay.
I have a very fun and interesting idea for next episode.
What? That you're gonna win this episode?
Well, if I win this episode, I was not coming in with.
I thought you were.
like,
I
being
thought you
super
were coming in cocky.
I just feel like I clocked this one. Like I feel like this is a banger idea, and I think you'll agree.
It's not clocking to
I've
you.
been,
Then I'm standing on business. Anyways,
I'm gonna ignore him. I've been a bit cringy recently, and I've been listening to a lot of Reddit stories, and it got me thinking we should. Well, I was going to find some really good survival themed Reddit stories about people like getting lost in the wilderness or some shit, and read those and talk about those for an episode.
hey Alex, loser speech.
See, I knew I clocked it.
Wow.
Because I was already thinking we should do a Halloween episode. It's a week till Halloween.
Oh, you're gonna have to do a.
Quick edit.
A quick edit.
turnaround.
I mean, like, yeah, if we record, like, when we're recording next week, I'll just have to fucking edit it on the Thursday. I can record. Yeah.
You'll have to edit that one the next day for the Friday
Yeah.
release.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's
I
the
just
same
do
as-
that. I do that shit anyways. I'm a slacker. What can I say?
It's true.
I'm horrible. If only I had somebody to help me.
Well,
You know,
biased ass host.
somebody who would help me.
I help you financially.
Yeah,
If somebody
that's
would
true.
help
I don't
you-
need help. That financial help's good. Oh, it gets me these. Loser
That's
speech,
fine,
Alex.
that's
You're a loser. You lost. You didn't have a good idea. Actually, Alex, you really did have a good idea. That definitely should be our next movie. It's not going to be our next episode, though.
I could agree with that. Yeah.
Lame.
Dude, 30 Days a Night, great movie. Not going to be our next
that
episode,
would
though.
have been a great movie for a Halloween episode.
There's only one day of Halloween.
I'll find some scary I'll find some paranormal stories.
Okay.
I'll find some scary Reddit stories. I'm gonna go full Redditor cringe. I'm gonna regain my virginity by spending 40 hours on Reddit this
We
week.
could do a thing where you like read and then I read all like the quotes if like somebody's talking.
Oh, I'll give you guys a script, like it's a play, or like it's a
That's
read,
doing
a
too
table
much
read.
for work for you, Eric. You're not going to do that shit.
I'm not gonna.
No.
do that. No, absolutely
It's
not.
never going to fucking happen. Who do you think you are?
You'd be lucky. You'd be lucky if I copy pasted the words from the story into Discord for you guys.
It's true. It's true.
All right, winner speech.
All right.
Was that your winner speech?
Well, I've been thinking about this concept for like a week and a half now, the Reddit story thing. And I'm excited to become a virgin again. So I'll see you guys next week when I'm once again a virgin.
And a geek.
Nah, that transcends geek. Something about being a Redditor. Redditors don't like Redditors.
Yeah.
One of those.
So you're going to
communities.
become a Redditor.
Well, I fear I low-key already have. One of my favorite podcasts right now is Smosh Reads Reddit Stories. And there's been a couple things in my life where I'm like, might be worth putting it on Reddit. But then I'm like, oh man, it really feels like once you cross that line, you can't come back from it.
Well, I tell you, that is a fact. I haven't done it, but I know my life story.
If you need some good like horror, like Reddit stories, listen to Creepcast.
Yeah, if anyone's got a...
I'm cutting
subreddit
this out of the
to share. I
episode
think
so
I'm
we
just gonna
don't
go
like
on,
promote another
r/.
episode, but you should listen to Creepcast.
All right. I know you like that podcast.
You know,
I should give it a
I'll
listen.
give you my favorite episodes and all. Yeah, it's a good.
I think I'm gonna go on like
Yeah.
r/paranormal stories or
r/no sleep is like
I
the
worry
biggest
if I
one.
go to like no sleep.
r/no sleep.
Yeah, I've
those
heard
are
that one.
all
R-
where it's like talking from somebody's perspective, like they're uploading it as like a journal.
Yeah, I was gonna do like r/I survived, but I worry that's just gonna be a lot
Boom!
of
Go! Josh just said
Jeez.
1 sympathy season point for Alex. Note it down,
Oh,
boys.
we should have ended the episode.
Huh? I already ended it.
No, well, we haven't said stay alive.
Still recording.
Oh.
Haven't said stay
Well,
alive. Haven't
so
closed it
technically-
out.
He did give me a season point last episode, so
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I have not been keeping track of
I'm
this season.
gonna
I have no idea.
I'm keeping track ish.
Yep.
I have zero idea where the points lie for this season so far.
TJ has it.
Somewhat. Thank you all for listening to this episode of We Survive the Podcast. It has been a joy. It has been a pleasure. Make sure to go stream Sinners on whatever streaming platforms you want. Make sure to stream our shit on any audio platform and YouTube. And yeah. Until next time, stay alive.